Oh, one.
Yes, sir. What's popping, my guy?
Nothing, man. Just
Nothing ever up with you, guy. Like,
the guy.
you really do anything with your life. It's crazy. So, we're back again, I guess. What episode is this? It's not like third episode.
Yeah,
Fourth?
actually, second.
Oh, yeah, it's true. You misplaced footage from the last. Oh, yeah, he misplaced footage of the last episode. There's an episode now that is like the grapevine, lost to time. It was a very good one, but he misplaced it. So the world will never know what could have been. Yeah.
So sorry, guys.
Shut up. So what are we talking about today?
Performative male.
Performative male.
Doesn't get a bad rep.
That phrase has been going around my FYP a lot. This I don't know. It's my FYP. It's TikTok trying to tell me something. Like, my pretentious is that I say, TikTok is you're a fake guy. I don't know. Is that what
You know?
fake?
You know.
I don't know. Is that what TikTok is trying to tell me? But yeah, performative male. What do you even understand by that? You know what? Before we even just, you know what? Let's even make this a tradition of consulting Google before we make any assumptions. So the Google definition of performative male refers to a man who adopts certain behaviors and aesthetics, particularly those associated with social justice or emotional sensitivity, to gain social validation and attract romantic partners, often seen as inauthentic.
Okay.
What do you understand by that? Can you comprehend what Google has laid out for us there?
I genuinely feel like, yeah. I would say, I don't want to say it doesn't exist.
Performative male.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Then
you're not even know what the opinion is. If it gets a bad rep, it doesn't even exist.
I don't think it's such a thing. But I think maybe I'm just saying that because
what?
of people around the world.
You're talking about me.
Like I'm saying,
I threw shade at me. I don't even understand the shade.
like people I know.
It's so dark I couldn't see. Like, the shade was so dark. It just what kind of shade are you throwing at me right now?
I mean, like, how do I put this? Okay, definition and core idea is like essentially pretense. Yeah,
I guess pretending to be something you're not to attract the opposite.
exactly,
the opposite sex.
But then you can only pretend when you already know. I don't know how to put this. Like, you can only pretend to be something when
you can only pretend to be.
Like, you can only pretend to be something when you already know what it feels like to be a different thing. Like, well, like the definition behind, like the idea behind being a performative male is pretense, but like when you see, like when you think about what it actually is, like the traits and what it entails, it defines a different thing entirely. Like, you just realize that this is a normal male behavior.
I'm very lost. You know what being lost is? Like,
okay, read the Google definition again.
Adopts certain behaviors and aesthetic, particularly those associated with social justice or emotional sensitivity, to gain social validation and attract romantic partners, often seen as inauthentic.
Right. So now, you still don't get what I'm trying to say?
No. Maybe explain it faster.
Okay. See, let's put it this way. An example can be men not showing emotion, right?
Not showing emotion. Like, we're trying to be stoic,
yes,
and all that. I guess if there are certain females that are attracted to that, because I think the keyword here would be attract romantic partners, right?
Yeah,
because I think like that's what it's all about. So if you're being stoic, it would mean like there are certain women that you're trying to attract who find that attractive.
But then that's the thing. Like, I don't know if, because what is always tied to being a performative male is like the core idea of being a man.
Okay, I feel like the confusion here is you don't get the definition of
Okay.
performative male. Because what's been going around now is performative male are like guys that are seen as like acting in a certain way that they feel women will like or women are attracted to, right? Like reading books in public, like reading women-centered books, like you get women books that mostly speak to women, but you as a man, you're reading it, right? Just in a certain kind of way, like being more in touch with your emotions and your feelings, right? Pretending to like.
So that's what it is.
Yeah, that's the definition of like that's what the phrase performative male is being viewed as right now in society.
I thought it was like being, like I was trying to say, like
acting like a man.
yes.
Oh no.
Yes, like that's what I was saying. Showing your emotions. People are like, like
this guy thought being performative male was acting like a man.
I mean,
Why is looking about it here? I feel like we should talk about that guy. Like you get like his own side.
yeah, right.
I feel like people like Anita would be the other side of performative male because like performative males now are trying to attract women.
Okay.
Right? The Madrid are trying to attract men.
I mean, I feel like, but I'm on it.
Yeah, okay, I know we'll talk about it. Let's that's a good topic on it. So, but like, the performative male is like now, they're acting in a certain way. Like, I feel like you just didn't understand it because if you get it, I'm very sure you can even think of people that have acted in that manner.
Oh yeah. No, now you.
No,
I done with saying
so
around here.
When I brought the idea, the concept, like, do they get a bad rep? I'm trying to say like, because when people like talk about performative male, like especially on the internet, they're always trying to they're always looking at it in a bad light, like these men are the scum of the earth or something like that, like they're disgusting, like ew, why would you act in this way? And then me, I'm like, in my head, I'm thinking like, to an extent, aren't we all performative male? Like, think about it,
Just at different levels.
Just at different levels. Because as a guy now, I feel like at our core, maybe there are some, but I feel like that some is like a small percentage. At our core now, as a guy, we don't really care about big houses. We don't care about fancy decor. We don't care about what's the name? What do they call that thing? Like the interior of your house or something, like the way your house is. Aesthetics and all that thing, like of your this thing, like you get. I feel like I don't know about you, but when I think I know about you, you too, you don't care about those things. You get what I'm saying? Like, if let's assume like we're all guys in this world now, the majority of us would just be like in a 1-bedroom kitchen parlor, like have our desktop, we can spend like millions on our console, our desktop, our everything, our setup. We're living like a $100 apartment. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As a guy, if we're going to stay true, if we're going to say like, you know what, we're not performative, we're going to stay true to ourselves. Like, you get, that's a guy. All this stuff that you see circling around, like this is all a guy needs. It's not a joke. It's literally not a joke. As a guy, like, I feel like literally that's all we need.
Okay.
To be happy.
Actually. But then the thing is this, like, the part of the whole like aesthetics kind of like I get it. But then again, like it's different. But like let's say, like you said, fancy house. Like fancy in of itself. The arguments, like fancy. Or like a good I don't know, how do I put this? Look, what I'm trying to say essentially is this. it is not me. I don't care. I don't care for a fancy house.
Yeah.
But then again, I am not against a. Let's put it this way.
Let's put it in, guy. You put it with 5 different ways.
I don't know how to. I don't know.
You don't like big house.
Outside.
I believe you.
Okay. You know what? I'll just get down. But what I'm just trying to say is this: there is no. It is. God.
You know what? What are you trying? You know, like, okay, what you feel like? For all the that you've been saying, I've kind of gotten the idea. Like, you're trying to say, like, yes, we don't like big houses, but to an extent, we care about like having like this nice looking, aesthetically.
Yes.
I guess if I see,
That's why I kept saying fancy, no argument. But like I was trying to look for a word you get.
Well, like, okay, I get what you're saying. I mean, I guess if I see like an aesthetically busy apartment, I'd be like, oh, this is nice, right? But then at its core, I keep thinking like, this is nice, right? And it will attract. I see. You know what? I feel like maybe it's conditioning. You know, say like we've pretended about things like that for so long that we now feel like we care about it. I'm not saying like there are guys that don't care about this kind of things.
Yeah,
they're definitely there like more.
Yeah, actually.
Even if women did not exist, we know for facts. Like more cares about this kind of things.
Yeah,
more would spend millions on like an aesthetically pleasing like house or and all that thing. He's one of those kind of guys that cares about this kind of things. But when you're talking about me, you, Karim, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In the group now, you can. The number of us that care about like housemates and the number of us that care about things like that, like you get what I'm saying?
Completely, actually.
So I feel like the majority of us now don't care that much about this thing. So I would say like, but we still appreciate it, right? We still appreciate it and we'll spend money on it because the opposite about it. So I feel like to an extent we are all performative.
Yeah, just on the difference,
we're all performative. But now back to like the main question: do performative male characters, like the whole concept, does it actually get a bad rep? Like, do you actually see it as like the ones that really obvious, like the guys that reading book that they have no business reading?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Checking out. Oh my God. Women, I hate the fact that women have to go through period pain. Oh, it hurts my soul. Again, those kind of guys. Again, those kind of obvious ones that people are like, oh, this is disgusting. Like, do they actually get way like a harsher treatment than you think they deserve?
That's from guys, from society.
Okay, society. Even women are like plucking and they're like, ugh.
Yeah, actually. But the thing is, I feel like, there's certain kind of like videos I'll watch and I'm like, okay, this guy actually, does care about this
women's period cramp.
But like, the thing is, I feel like,
I feel like videos of people, of men talking about women's period.
No, actually, I have.
Wow, that's crazy.
But I feel like, it comes from some of them. It's like an upbringing, like,
okay.
Like maybe they were the only like boy in the like female household or something like that. But then there are some guys that there's certain topics you talk about with certain zeal, and I just know that okay, you're doing too much, or you're doing this for a reason.
That's fishy behavior.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Funny thing is, I think there was this guy. I don't know his name. I'm not familiar with Nigeria TikTok, but like I saw. It was last week or so. A guy made a video talking about how I've forgotten his name. But funny thing is, I used to see his videos before, and he used to talk about movies, like how different characters. Wait, I think his first video I even saw about him was Klaus not being the strongest.
The one trophy looking guy like this.
No.
Okay, it's not today. I don't know yet.
So it surprised me when I saw somebody stitch a video of him. And the video was him saying something about how he would never care. I really cannot remember, to be honest, like the whole detail. But it's just so crazy. Like
You never care about what?
it was it was a video about. I don't want to say what I'm not sure about yet, but like I could remember his name, like his username on TikTok. I would have searched it now to check. But what did he say? Okay, I think the video was talking about. Let me just give like a rough, explanation. The video was talking about him. Yeah, he was talking about how he would never care about a guy. Like when, let's say the way what you say now. Okay, now sexual assault, all of those stuff.
He would never care if a guy was sexually assaulted.
Yes, something like that.
Okay, like he would never care.
No, it's like he was trying to say about the male gender.
Yeah,
like he was trying to say the male gender
cannot.
You get like they are not like sexual assault and the male gender.
Like by women or by your fellow this thing.
Anybody.
Okay, so it cannot happen to men.
Yeah, that's what he was trying to say. And then so he was like, oh, so all these stories about how they'll say this man was this by that and all of that stuff.
Yeah,
he doesn't really buy into it and all of that. And I was like, that wasn't like the entire video, but that was just like the message trying to pass. You get. And so I was wondering, like, this doesn't even make any sense. Let's even leave the fact that sister, what's it called? He's trying to pander to a female audience or any of the stuff. But like the topic in of itself makes no sense because anybody can be essayed by anybody. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. So it's like somebody like him now. I immediately watch your videos and I'm like, okay, no, you have a different motive to what you are doing. But that guy that said that I was talking about period camps, I can say, okay, fine. I won't make a video about period camps.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean, I don't care. It just means I won't.
Okay.
You get?
Yeah.
But like him.
But do you care?
Well,
to an extent, do you care?
About period?
Let's be real. Forget like, I'm saying like this is not tied to anything like hating women or anything. Just period crowns. Like, do you genuinely care? Like when you hear period crowns, does it ache your heart?
Like, ache my heart? No.
Okay.
No. But like I can understand like pain and all.
Let's go further and say a random lady is complaining about period cramps. Do you care? No philosophical answer, no nothing. Do you care? If a person you don't know is in an accident, do you care? Like a car accident now, they get crashed, do you care?
Yeah,
you care, obviously, right?
Yes.
Like it doesn't matter if you're a stranger, the bad thing that just happened to someone. But if a random lady you have no idea about, it's complaining about period cramps.
Yeah.
Do you care?
Okay. No.
Okay, you get what I'm saying?
No.
So by itself, right?
Yeah.
Caring about period cramps is a performative male trait. Is it or is it not?
You see, that's one type of thing.
Yeah,
like see, okay, let's put it this way. For example, me now, I am not. I've always said this. Then, I think last week I was having a conversation with somebody, and eventually, I'm not a feminist.
I don't. You hear, ladies? He's like, if he ever comes out and tries to fight for your rights, he doesn't care. He really doesn't care. So
I'm not getting.
Yeah, you're not feminist.
Now, I'm not against feminism.
He's trying to water down his atrocious crimes.
I'm not against feminism. I'm not a feminist. I feel like because the main idea of feminism is equality.
Okay.
And I don't believe
in equality.
Because let's even leave gender aside. Yeah. I am from an average home.
What do you mean by average? Because the lifestyle you're living is not average lifestyle. The way you spend. Or it's already my average.
I don't know what he's talking about.
I think my average.
But like the way I am,
Yeah.
and the way a random senator's child will live are different.
Okay.
Now, if I was driving my car now, yeah, and the same senator's child was driving his car, I would get stopped. I am more likely to be held there than him. But we won't go stop for the same reason. Let's say, for example, there's no plate number.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They let him go. But they hold me. Why? I am the son of nobody, and he's the son of somebody.
The equality you're talking about is not in like sense of gender. It's like a broader sense, like life.
Like, I mean, life in general,
Yeah.
this equality does not exist. So why should it now exist here?
In terms of gender and all that.
Because down to biology,
Yeah.
we're not equal.
Okay.
I mean, meaning God himself is trying to tell you
You're not equal.
because equal means one are the same.
Yeah.
2 + 2 = 4.
So do you feel like one is above the other?
No.
That's the thing. That one is below the other.
You see, that's the thing. No. Let's put it this way. I genuinely don't feel one is above the other, to be honest.
Okay.
But that's why I keep saying they should change the word equality
to
equity.
Define equity.
It's more equality is one and the same. Equity is more of balance. Equality is more of the same exact thing.
Okay.
Red equals to red, blue equals to blue. Equity can be royal blue equals to cobalt blue. Still the same blue.
Yeah.
But just different shade. I don't know if you get it.
Yeah, so all humans just
because at the end of the day,
different.
Yes.
Okay.
Because we're different. It's not the same gender, number one. I mean, even in the same gender, there are certain roles you play that I cannot play, and there are certain roles I can play that you cannot play. So why should like a different gender now? Because the idea of what's it called, of feminism now is social. I think it's social, economic, and political equality. Right? We social, economic, and political equality. So like women should like be able to fight for the same like when I say fight, it sounds more, but like to go for the same goals and objective men go. And like I keep saying this, like I don't understand it. I've not seen any rule book where it says women like for example, a woman cannot become a president. Yeah, only men can become president, or a woman cannot become a minister. Only you get. You just, like the fact that there are more men in that field does not mean women are not allowed. It just means
feminism is just like having the right to.
Yeah, exactly.
So where does
So what I'm trying to say essentially, that's why I'm trying to explain why I don't believe in the whole idea. You get. So we now, for example, I don't believe in feminism, right? It doesn't mean okay, like then you see a different guy now that says, oh yeah, I'm like I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. So like if I don't care about period cramps from a random a girl or woman, and another guy makes a video on the internet about it, I just feel like okay, you're just more, when I say humane.
What? So it's inhumane to not care about period cramps. What?
Okay, maybe that was
inhumane. Like you feel like he is a feminist, like he believes in it.
I feel like that kind of person will lean more towards that angle.
But like, what does feminism have to do with like
performative male though?
Like, how do you feel like people that are performative male believe in more like lean more towards feminism and women's rights and all that thing? Or are you even trying to say that in a broader sense that fighting for women's rights and feminism and all that is being performative male? The whole concept of women rights is even confusing because in this current era right now, there's no rights that women don't have the same as male rights. So we even leave that aside. So we'll talk about feminism. So are you trying to say like in of itself, like feminism, like male feminists are performative. So there's no such thing as male feminism. It's just men performing to attract the other gender.
I mean, I wouldn't say.
And where you know what? Just say what you're.
I won't say all of them, but I genuinely believe there are some men out there that pretend to,
Yes, now
like feminism.
And yeah, like me in my earlier stage, I was like, I pretended like mad. There was this girl I was with like this that she was like a feminist. She always said she's a feminist, and then she was like she had a very nice. So I pretended.
Wow.
As a state, I remember in my earliest, I'm not gonna lie, I was a very performative male. Like there was this, like I remember when I used to read Wattpad. I didn't care. I didn't give two fucks about Wattpad, but there was this girl I really liked. Oh god, that girl, she really liked Wattpad. So what did I do? I downloaded Wattpad and I read books I didn't care about. I came up with thoughts, ideas I didn't care about to attract her, and it worked. You get so that in and of itself, like that whole is even what made me come like think about it. Wait, it's probably is it like actually really backing like that? Like, or is it like something that is just being blown out of proportion? Because you get what I'm saying? Like, because if you're trying to attract this girl who is like calm, you get resolved, you like her this thing, you're obviously going to have to calm down to her tempo, right?
Yeah.
And you, as a person, if you're like loud on this thing, if you're having to come down to her level, isn't that performative?
Action. Since about not the kind of person you are.
Since that's you,
then will you call that pretense?
Isn't it?
Because I feel like if you genuinely, because the whole idea behind two people being in a relationship, for example, means okay, compromise and sacrifice, all of that, cheeky stuff. But like, I feel like it is at the end of the day. Let's say, take me now, for example. Let's say, okay, I have anger issues, right? Obviously, cannot be in a relationship because I am bound to get, I'm bound to get vexed by something at some point because, two adults, especially if we now live together, for example. So if I have anger issues, I would have to take care of my anger issues either before I get into a relationship or during the relationship. So now if I'm trying to take care of my anger issues, it doesn't mean I'm pretending.
But wait, you said if you have anger issues, I feel like these are two different things. You having anger issues and you being different. Obviously, your anger issues will clash. What I'm saying, what I'm trying to say is you can be. I feel like you can be in anger issues, right? But the person you're with is going to help you. Like,
no, I'm trying to say, like, the question I asked was, is that pretense?
Oh, is that? Yeah, is it? It's pretense because if you're in it, let's say you're in a relationship with someone,
right? Take care of my anger issues. It doesn't mean I'm pretending.
But wait, you said if you have anger issues, I feel like these are two different things. You having anger issues and you being different. Obviously, your anger issues will clash. What I'm saying, what I'm trying to say is you can be. I feel like you can be in anger issues, right? But the person you're with is going to help you. Like,
no, I'm trying to say, like, the question I asked was, is that pretense?
Oh, is that? Yeah, is it? It's pretense because if you're in it, let's say you're in a relationship with someone, right? And you stated you have anger issues, you get angry, but you really like that person. I guess the person does something that was issue, right? And instead of blowing out of proportion, swallow that demon that's about to come out.
Yeah,
I would say pretending to not be the kind of person who explodes, right? Over any because of how much you really like that person. So I see that pretending.
Okay, I think I get the point I'm trying to make. But then, like, I think why I asked the question was because I was seeing it from a will I say a hindsight type of thing. Like at some point, you would eventually get rid of the underage, but you will have to take some sort of pretense.
Oh, this is where arts if concepts of principle. I don't know what you call it. You know that it's where the art achieve.
Yeah.
Like how does that even help? But they say art as if also who reads feminist books and all of that stuff. It's what you get just kind of like art as that person. What were the thing? Right? And is that still performative you after a while it just approach streets?
The thing is, I don't think you can. That like if you let's say for example, you read those kind of books, you will touch your feelings, dress a certain kind of way, stuff like that. There are certain traits you will pick and it will become a part of you. But there are some that will never become a part of you because of your gender or your gender. Like
What? Oh, interesting. It's about to see some very slackers.
what I'm trying to say is let's put it this way. I saw a video yesterday. The girl was saying how she went to get something at the supermarket and a child next to her, I think, yeah, a child next to her on the queue asked if she was
Slap her baby. She could slap her. No? No. Because I saw a video like that. I thought that's what you're about to.
no.
So there was a lady guy that expanded Mother's Day. She was like, oh. I said, what? Anyway, I thought that's what you're about to say. So,
Damn Europeans. But like
I told you, slanderous thing.
so the girl he asked the other girl like if okay, is she a girl? Because she dressed like, yeah. So like she dressed like a boy, like sleeveless, sweatpants and all of that stuff. And then she was like, no. And the girl's mother kind of like hushed her. I was like, oh, we accept everybody, blah blah blah. Like, yeah. And the girl like was like, that's the older girl was trying to explain to her, no, okay, she's a girl. She just likes male clothing, all of that stuff. Now she's still a girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, she still realizes she's a girl. She just likes to do boy things to some extent.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's you can do girl things to some extent, and some of them stick. Like for example, as a guy now, a typical guy's room and girl's room is different. I'm not talking about dirty folks like that. Okay, they'll tell you I'm a guy, so I can my room can be entirely messy. No, but like you find it's like you know what OCD means now. Yeah. So like those I feel like you find OCD more in females than with males because like okay, it's more of a female trait to like want to set things in place and just make every I don't know if you understand. So like there's a way you act like a female, reading feminist books and all that stuff. And some of those things will stick to you and then some will just some like some you keep pretending because it can never be a part of you. I don't know if you get the point I'm trying to make. So
there was this girl like this. I watched a video that she was saying this kind of thing. She was like, there was this. What do they even call them? That something men that act like women or something. I don't know. But she was like the guy is a kind of feminist guy or something like that. Then he was telling her something about how when she goes on dates, she sends her location to her friends. Like the guy was like, why? Then she was like, because I'm a girl. And then she was like, oh, that she was not like who it was at that point that she realized that, oh, okay, no matter how feminine the guy is, the girl was saying, at its core, it's still a guy, so the whole this thing kind of done on her,
exactly like
you kind of pretend to be a girl and then say that you get so that's what the thing kind of done on her and she was talking about. It was like, okay, so sense is still a thing.
So that's the thing. Like I don't know. So if I don't think I feel like it is if it gets a bad rep, Yeah. I would say no. Honestly.
It gets as much hits as it deserves. Is what you're saying.
Because at the end of the day, yeah, like
Who even hates it more? I feel like is it men? I feel like is it men or women that hate it more? I feel like it's men. Like men see other guys acting in a certain way and getting girls and they just don't like it. Or is it women that are catching on and because
I don't think it's the getting girls that vexes other men.
it's what
I think it's the way and manner you're trying to do it. Like it doesn't make any sense. But for me personally, like performative male, I don't think it gets a bad rep.
So yes, I would say do you think it's even the men that gives it more like that gives it a harder time than the women? Like are the men pissed that oh guys are acting in this kind of way and or is it the girls that are clocking it that oh men are acting in a certain kind of way and they hate it? Like which end of the spectrum that they say gender is do you think?
I don't think. I feel like it's more of the men.
That hate it, that
Yeah.
are giving it a bad why? Because the men that are acting in that kind of way are getting
No, not because of what they are getting, because of how they are getting it. Like I feel like I mean I don't care if you want girls, but why would you ask gay to attend a lesbian party?
free.
Exactly. Now it doesn't make any sense because you're trying to be what you're not just because you want to be.
So is the pretending itself that is pissing you off, not what they are getting.
Yeah.
Okay. I get what you're saying. So it does deserve the hate it's getting.
Yeah.
Okay. But I still feel like community male is like is is rooted in history. I don't know, it's rooted in biology of men. Like men will pretend.
No, of course, of course.
Men like even if it's like as in the base like basic things like no, we pretend all the time, guy. What I say, we are all performative to me, Sha, because like I don't care about like it's a lot of things that a girl
No,
ladies
like what I'm not trying. What I'm trying to say is this: like, it's a different thing when you like you at the beginning, for example, you pretend to like flowers because your wife rather likes flowers, and then along the line you now actually fall in love. But like that's a different like at the beginning, obviously performative, yeah.
Yeah.
But now it's a different thing when you're just a thirsty nigga that just wants girls. You get the point I'm trying to make. Like they are both performative, but
Two different
yeah. So
yeah, so I don't know, you come to your own conclusion. Did they get a bad rep? Did they not get a bad rep? It's left to you. So I feel like we all pretend to an extent.
of course.
He uh
Oh, by the way, I don't have anything against women.
strong opinions about women's rights.
I like
Maybe
women.
you should.
You know.
So we'll see you on the next one, right?
Yeah.
See, I don't know what you do with your life in between like this recording. So I don't know what you do with your life, but whatever you do with your life between recording and not recording, keep doing it.
Sure.
And I'll see you on the next one.